Hello and welcome to the APMA podcast. I'm back with another episode. Hope everyone's doing well. No Jordan and no Dan today. Unfortunately, that is my fault. I need to go out tonight. I'm really struggling at the moment to just do anything. In terms of like my free time being eaten up by being an adult. I don't like it. I don't like it. So I'm getting an episode out for you lovely people today. Like I said, I hope wherever you're watching from, whatever you're doing, I hope you're safe. One, two, I hope you're having a good time. But safety doesn't come before having a good time, unless you've had a bit to drink, in which case I really hope you're not driving. And then fun kind of gets a little bit in the way of safety, and it takes a bit of a back seat, the safety bit. But it shouldn't. You should be safe at all times. And if you're doing drugs, don't do them. Don't do them. Don't do them. You understand what I'm saying? Do not do the drugs you're about to do or have just done anymore. Don't do any more of the drugs that you may have still got some left of. Don't safe the safest thing to do is not to do the drugs. There you go. Anyway, that's like the disclaimer out of the way, which I didn't actually need to include, but we are where we are. So I was thinking about what podcast topics could we talk about today? Or me. What could I talk about? And I was like, got onto snacks. But I only got onto snacks because I'm a fat bastard. And the in between the time of me thinking, what topic should I talk about in the podcast today? I was like, do you know what? I'm hungry. So automatically my mind went for food, which is safety. Be nourished. Don't be malnourished. If only we gave that information to people who are starving. Just walking up to them, just be nourished. Don't accept that you're hungry. You're not hungry because you're feeding on life. You're nourished. No, but get some food. Seriously, don't be nourished. Maybe that's my new catchphrase, my new motto. Be nourished instead of stay hydrated, which is important. You need both. But yeah, be nourished. But yeah, I started thinking about what topics, and I must have spent, I don't know, probably 30 seconds thinking of stuff, and also thinking of potentially things that we haven't done before, or try to avoid things that we've done too often before. But my mind went to food, and I know we've done a lot of episodes on food, but food is fairly important. And I think there's a lot of people, well, all of us who are still alive need it. And I'd say a lot of us probably enjoy to a certain extent food. Otherwise, I mean, at this rate, what literally have you got in life? It, if you got money, fair enough. You just going on holidays 24/7. You get in the latest technology, fucking all the latest games, whatever you vibe with, the latest cars. But if you're not living that lavish lifestyle and you don't enjoy food, what have you got? What have you got? My answer is, or my suggestion is, you've got nothing. Oh, sorry, I just took a swig of water and I don't know why that water felt sharp, but it did going down my throat. So my mind went to food naturally, fat bastard and all that. Um, and I saw in the cupboard a Morrison's. Is it? Yeah, Morrison's version of a mini roll, and I was like, that looks cheeky. Not as good a quality as a normal mini roll, but an imitation which is semi passable. Fine. And then I saw next to it, just on the shelf, gleaming at me, a about a quarter full. Actually, probably less than that. Probably I'll go for a fifth or a sixth full can of Pringles. And these Pringles in question were the spicy. Well, they're not really that spicy, but the hot sour cream ones. I know what you're saying. How do you make sour cream hot? I don't actually know what they've done. I don't. It's a sort of sorcery that only, the people at the wizards at Pringles cast spells or shit on it, because it's really nice. They're hot, but they're not hot. It doesn't make sense when I say it, but when you take the first bite, it really does. It makes sense. So I rate them a lot. And then my mind went to, this is a snack, like, for us in this country. A lot of people eat Pringles, but what would a snack be around the world? Like, have we done a snacks around the world? And I was like, we have done snacks around the world, but we've done like a Japanese or Asian style snacks before, and we've done like Australian chocolate, worldwide chocolate, like American stuff as well. And I thought, well, what about if I do more traditional snacks? I know Pringles aren't traditional. All right, I'm aware of that. But this is the thought process I went on. So, to cut a rather long and alarmingly difficult thought process, just to bring that to an end, so you don't have to go through the same shit I was, just standing there in the kitchen munching on the remaining Pringles, thinking, "What about this? What about that?" And actually saying it out loud. My neighbours, if they are at home during any time where I'm in the house alone, they will 100% think that I'm insane. I talk to myself way too much. Way, way, way too much. That might be because I don't think I've got an inner monologue. That's a discussion for a different day. I'll leave you with that, because we're going to do traditional snacks from around the world. Do you know what I mean? So I've got some countries who have snacks, all, they're entitled to them, whatever country they may be from. There's a few questionable ones to my palate personally, and we'll go through that. But yeah, I'm just going to go through snacks of the world. So this is your chance to turn off. If you don't rate that as an episode idea, blame Pringles, because that's how I got here. I also did have a mini roll afterwards, or the Morrison's one. Do you know what I mean? I had savoury, and I was like, I need sweet to balance it. Come on, where the fuck's your knowledge of trying to balance flavors, eh? Fuck's sake! I had three. No, I had one. All right, I had one mini roll. I rewarded myself for doing half an hour cardio at the gym, which I honestly despised every second of. And I came home and I thought, you know what? I deserve a knockoff mini roll and the last fifth of a can of Pringles. And that's what I did. That's what I did. Anyway, I hope your life's going better than mine. I suggest it would take some beating to get worse than my life right now. But, you know, it's not a competition. It isn't. It really isn't. So I'm going to put up on the screen. Article is from Business Insider. So is it, I guess it's trustworthy to a certain extent, because they're inside business. It's in the title. It's like Ron Seal. It does exactly what it says on the tin. So this first one is from Germany. And I did search this about 20 minutes ago, and I've forgotten how to say it. This is the only one I have searched, so the rest of them you will be getting my 100% honest and organic, is probably the better word, organic delivery of what I think that word should sound like. So enjoy. You're going to enjoy that. I think this one's called Leberkäse or something like that. I might be wrong. Um, it's a popular dish in the south of Germany. The Leberkäse is a type of meat consisting of corned beef, corned beef is it. I hate corned beef. I personally think whenever I've seen corned beef, I've always felt sad. Like always. If I see someone eating a corned beef sandwich, I feel sad. I feel like I'm sad for the person eating it, and I'm sad for me because I have to realize or I have to watch someone eat an entirely disappointing lunch or meal. So corned beef can fuck off straight away. Pork and bacon baked into a loaf. Now, a loaf of bread, which is basically meat, I'm on board with. I'm on board with that. I think that's a cracking idea. We should be doing more of this, but minus the corned beef. So it's corned beef, pork, and bacon baked into a loaf. Locals like to turn it into a leberkäsemel. I've probably fucked that. That is a sandwich which is made by putting a slice of this Leberkäse in between a white roll and sweet mustard. Add in sweet mustard. Right. So you put a meat sandwich, a meat loaf, slice of that in between two loaves of sliced bread of some description or white roll, and you add some sweet mustard. I don't know if I've had sweet mustard. I don't know what that is. I know what mustard is. You just add sugar to it. I don't know. But that's a Leberkäse. I might anyone who's German who knows of this, or anyone who knows German and knows of this dish, please let me know down in the comments if I've absolutely fucked that pronunciation up. I mean, I don't care. I don't care, but it would be nice to maybe in the future correct myself if I give a fuck, which I don't. So I've actually just changed my mind. Don't tell me. Fuck off. Don't care. It's only Germany. Oh, look, I'm sorry. I'm joking. It's all right. I'm joking. Next one, Australia. Oh, I love this one. Right. I love this. They've just taken something that isn't theirs, kind of our fault, and then they just made it their own. So I kind of respect it at the end of the day. It's a savoury pie from Australia. Now, you may be asking yourself, what the fuck is a savoury pie? Well, it's a pie that's not sweet. That's the first thing to get out of the way. So it's not like a sweet potato pie. It's not like a pumpkin pie. It's not like an apple pie, cherry pie. They're all fucking sweet. Nah, savory is the opposite. I'm glad I could help you clear that up because it is a bit of a point of contention about this. Mainly because, like I said, I would not say this is an Australian tradition. It might be now, but it's kind of our fault that it is. Now, back in the day, and I mean back in the day, us being the great country that we were, and to a certain extent, some people believe we still are, we had the great idea to ship convicts to Australia. So I'm not saying this is definitely where the pie came from, but I'm saying there's a good chance that it might be contributing to the tradition of this pie. That's all I'm saying. So we ship a load of prisoners to Australia because we're like, we don't want them on this fucking island. Let's go put them on that much, much, much bigger landmass. And they can just, I don't know, tend to the land, serve time in Australia. I don't know. And then all of a sudden, instead of having like a pucker pie, they got fucking savory pies. You bastards. But it does look quite nice. I'm more of a personally, I'm more of a sweet pie. There's three types of pie in the world. Now you got meat slash savory pies, and then you got sweet pies, and then you got cream pies. That's disgusting. I apologize, right? I apologize. There was absolutely no fucking need. All right, but they do exist. I've seen them on, I've seen them. Some say I've made one. I don't know. Look, shut the fuck up. Oh, fuck it. What an absolute write off this is. Right, Australia, a savoury pie. Fucking hell. Mind you, a meat pie could have just dick in it. Oh, shut the fuck up. I just need to stop saying what's coming in my head. Not like that. Otherwise known as a meat pie, savoury pies are iconic. Fucking what is going on? Oh, I know. I can't read. Otherwise known as a meat pie, savoury pies are an iconic dish in Australia and New Zealand. As the name suggests, they're hand sized meat pies containing diced or minced meat and gravy. Variations include mushrooms, onion, or cheese. Now, slightly up top. What the? I genuinely need just a lobotomy because then I can just have an excuse for my level of retardation. Um, Off topic slightly. It was mentioned them variations include mushrooms. I had the other day, right? Me and the other half made a banging mushroom tart, and I've just lost about 10 viewers, listeners. I know. A banging mushroom tart, right? Creme fraiche, chives, bit of fucking hard cheese. And I don't mean like gone off cheese. I mean like, Parmesan, that sort of cheese, right? Obviously, mushrooms on a nice bit of ready rolled pastry. Bang it in the oven. Oh, it's lovely. It really is. Um, I don't know why I said that. I think I saw mushrooms, and again, first thing that popped into my head was food. I mean, I'm reading not very well about food, so my mind just went to, oh, talk about the mushroom tart. Wasn't that amazing? Anyway, so they've got the savoury pie, and that's like an iconic savoury dish in Australia. That's my terrible accent. But yeah, Australians love savoury pies. Maybe they don't like the other ones. I don't know. Maybe it's not as traditional. Maybe you just go for the meat pie and you skip the cream pie. And no one cares about the sweet pie. I don't know. It's going downhill this fucking podcast, isn't it? Denmark. Now I'm gonna have to try and pronounce this. Fuck me. Now, if you are Danish, I don't apologize. This is just what I do. I mispronounce things. I can't even read things in my own language. So you need to get to fuck if you think that I'm gonna correctly pronounce things that aren't in my language. So this is my genuine attempt at trying to read out what this dish is. Okay, it's from Denmark. This one is the smørrebrød. That's what I think it is. This Danish favorite includes a piece of buttered rye bread already on rye bread rank. Like, what was that? Was it rye Vita? Those fucking everyone went mental for, like, everyone's mum was eating rye Vita because they thought, like, oh, if I eat fucking rye Vita, I'm gonna get fucking beach body in like fucking 6 weeks, love. I'll tell you what, my mum asked me to try rye bread once, like one of those little thin strips of cardboard, had little seeds and that on it. I honestly thought that she was taking the piss, but no, that was an actual product that someone has ratified and sanctioned for mass production at a company, and people fucking bought it. So I don't know. Anyway, this favorite, and it is hard to think of rye bread being considered anything to do with the word favorite. This Danish favorite includes a piece of buttered rye bread, aka rugbrod, which I'm guessing is Danish for rye bread, topped with cold cuts, fish, cheese, spreads, and or garnishes. Now, for the people who aren't watching this, there's a lot of greenery on this dish. So it said there you got fish, cheese, spreads, cold cuts, which I don't really know what cold. I'm guessing that's just meat that is cold, like ham from a supermarket. I might have just pissed off loads of Denmark. I was going to say Denmark people, loads of Danes. I might have pissed them off, but there's too much. Like there, I don't know what it is with like this sort of the Finns, the Swedes, the Danes, the Norwegians. I don't know what it is with their food, but it always seems like they just put shit from the forest on their food for no reason. Just put twigs on shit for no reason. Put a fucking dried up fern leaf on this dish for no reason. It just looks like it was tossed into the forest and like a bit of rye bread, buttered, cream cheese, lobbed it into a forest, and whatever happened, whatever was stuck to it when it was picked up, was then served. That's what it looks like. And I don't apologize for saying that. All right. But yeah, that's smoorbrood, which I'm guessing is nowhere near what it actually is meant to say or how it's actually said. Fucking hell, mate. I'm just going, I need to hydrate. I need to hydrate. You know, I've had too much salt with the Pringles. And I've overcompensated by having the mini roll or the knockoff mini roll. Now I'm just, my mouth doesn't know what to do. All right. So I'm going to have to just take a little bit of a hydration break. Hang on. You're gonna like, do you know what? It sorts you right out. It really does. Stay hydrated, everyone. Oh, I can't even say that right. South Africa, biltong. I've not heard of this. It looks disgusting. Um, it from the outside, it looks like a log of shit. You know when you've like think Christmas Day, and I don't want to be, insensitive. There might be people who don't have Christmas dinner because no one loves them. But when you have Christmas dinner, right, and you go overboard, you even have stuff that you probably wouldn't even have normally. Like if you're wrong and you have sprouts, right? You eat all the meat, all the mash. If you have roasts, fair enough. Roasts are fucking good. I really like roasts. Roast potatoes, I meant. Carrots, you got the broccoli. Some people have cauliflower cheese. I'm a wrong'un. I prefer broccoli cheese. I know I should be in prison, but it's okay. It's okay. Um, some people have pigs in blankets. Again, stuffing. Oh, get me there. I fucking love stuffing. You go overboard, right? My point is that you eat more than you probably would do, or you probably should do, in my case. And it's the next morning, like Boxing Day shits. That is what that looks like. A Boxing Day shit. I kid you not, my toilet has never seen more abuse than over the Christmas period, especially Boxing Day. Anywhere from like Christmas Eve to the 27th. So those 3 or 4 days for a toilet must be hellish, especially with me. Cheese boards is a sort of tradition to have a fuck off cheese board on Christmas Eve. As someone who doesn't do that great with lactose and still just completely ignores the fact that that is the case, the toilet's getting assaulted on Christmas morning. 100% it is getting assaulted. If I haven't already dropped an absolute nuclear waste of a turd in the toilet on the 24th after eating said cheese board. So the worst day by far will be Boxing Day morning because that toilet is getting a biltong dropped into it. So biltong is a hand-dried cured meat, although it's mostly consumed plain, similar to jerky. Biltong is just as delicious diced up into a stew. It's dried meat. That the long and short of it, TLDR, it is dried meat. I've never had it. I've had jerky before. Jerky's quite nice. You need to get good jerky. There are very, very cheap and nasty and shit versions of jerky. But biltong does look nice. It looks a bit thicker than the jerky, but then again, it does depend on where you get the jerky from. I'm going to stop saying jerky. Okay, right. Argentina. Uh, how should I say this one? Alfajores. The fuck that. Let me try again. Alpha what? No, Alpha Juarez. No, there's no U in it. Alfajores. That's what I'm going for. It is a popular snack in South America. These cookies come in many different variations. A popular Argentine version includes dolce dolce de dolce de leche. I don't fucking know. What is that? Too many fucking examples of foreign shit. Like I'm sounding a bit like fucking UKIP now, don't I? Oh, not UKIP. What are they called now? Reform. That's what I was looking for. What does that mean? Oh, it's like a caramel thing. Caramelized milk. It looks like caramel. It looks like caramel, and it says here it is like a caramelized milk. So anyway, there you go. That's what it includes in the middle. It's like a an Oreo, uh, but it's got de leche or lech. I'm not very good at speaking my own language. Let's be honest. So I'm not going to be great at this. And that was very well made the point of at the start. So don't start moaning now. Right. So yeah, that is in the middle of this biscuit thing that the Argentines love, according to Business Insider. Don't get mad at me. So it's sandwiched in between two buttery, crumbly cookies. Other variations include being rolled in toasted coconut or coated in chocolate. Toasted coconut, shit. Coated in chocolate, I'm there for. I cannot explain. I don't hate coconut. I just don't think coconut's a very nice flavor to put with chocolate, in my opinion. You put it in like I've eaten many curries before with coconut in. A lot of curries have coconut in, especially for um our maybe sweeter tastes in curry. So there is a place for coconut. All right, I'm just saying I don't like it with chocolate. And if we're putting it in a table of confectionery like we have done before, and I was astounded to know or learn that Jordan liked bounties. I've never seen him eat one ever, and yet he loves it. I don't know if that says more about him or our friendship as a whole. I don't know. Maybe he's just concealing the fact up until that point that he liked bounties, and he's never showed me. But yeah, I've never seen him eat a bounty before. So personally, it didn't happen. I don't think he likes bounties. I think he just said it just you know just to be controversial. But yeah, that sounds nice. It looks nice. It's got that powdered sugar. Not that sugar's really, you know, when I see sugar, it's normally powdery. But is it icing sugar? Icing sugar, I think. It's like powdered over the top. in that picture. But yeah, I'm down for a cookie. Dipping it in chocolate makes it better. Don't really know about the condensed milk or caramelized milk thing. Because I'm not a massive fan of caramel. But there we go. Mexico, tamales. Yes, I know this one. Or I have seen the word before. Now, I don't want Mexican people to get this wrong, or people who, identify as Mexican now, because you had like on 23andMe, you've got like a distant cousin or uncle or great 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 grandfather who happened to be like 0.1% Mexican. Um, because those are the sort of things that happen now. People will talk shit possibly about a cuisine or a culture, and then people who have no connection to that culture other than a numerical decimal point will be like, that is disgusting. I actually identify as Mexican because my great 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 fat grandfather's cat fucked a Mexican. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if that's actually ever happened. I'm guessing so. I'm guessing so. But who's at fault there? The cat or the person? So, Mexican food. I will say outright, I rate it. I love nachos. I love burritos. I love um fajitas. Actually, in fact, just last night we had enchiladas. So I do like Mexican food. What I would say with Mexican food is, on the whole, it is either have something tortilla based and put it on top of, or put what you would have put on top of it inside and wrap it up somehow. And that is very much the case, it seems, for tamales. Um, because it is typically made of dough that is steamed in a corn husk or banana leaf and filled with ingredients such as meat, cheese, fruit, vegetables, and chilies. Just make sure to remove the husk. Don't forget to remove the husk, you fucking twat. I genuinely probably wouldn't have remembered that. So that's actually quite good advice. But then I'm not Mexican, so I wouldn't know that. I don't have any Mexican relatives. I wouldn't know that, you know? I thought I had Spanish to a certain degree. Back in the 2010 World Cup, I was cheering more for Spain than I was England. So I thought I had some Spanish, you know, lineage. But when I did the 23andMe, turns out someone was lying, because I don't think any of my family ever have stepped foot anywhere outside of the UK in the last 400 years. I'm about as European or as British as they get. So, you know, in reality, when someone asks me what traditions and what, should be kept in this country as culture now, I should be asked, and my opinion should be worth more than someone else's who's perhaps hasn't got as high percentage of their lineage in this country. You know what I mean? If you're asking me like bourbon over cream custard, I should be able to say with confidence and make cream custard creams illegal. I think they're shit. There you go. I said it. Anyway, right. So tamales again. This whole notion of just getting something, whether it be meat, fruit, vegetables, just lob it in something that you can eat it out of. And I guess there is a similarity to what happened in this country. Um, Famously, I learned just a few months ago that Cornish pasties, or pasties of any description, uh, they weren't designed to be eaten with the pastry on. They're actually opened up and the pastry served as a sort of dish that you ate the meat and potatoes from. Fucking mind boggling. Like we literally made they were made for like the miners and stuff like that. People who were doing dirty jobs. You know, they get their hands fucking dirty, their faces like fucking black from dust and soot and shit. So they come up with a dish where you could just eat from it without getting soot and shit inside it. And the idea with a pasty was you opened it up and you ate the meat from the inside. I don't know whether you had utensils or if you just fucking smashed it into your face. I don't know. But I only learned that like a couple of months ago. And apparently that's common knowledge. But my point is we kind of did the same with, you know, a Cornish pasty, sausage rolls, steak bakes. You know what I mean? There's probably steak bakes. I don't really know how old are compared to the Mexican food. But I want to just say, just to not piss any more people off, I like Mexican food. Nachos, I'm there for. Burritos, I'm there for. Tamales, I'll probably try. Tacos, another example. Just lob it in. Lob shit into this fucking tortilla and smash it down you. I do like it. I do like it. I like kidney beans. I'm I'm about to say is I thought it was traditional to use in chili, in like Mexican chili, kidney beans. Are they traditional or not? Let me know. But yeah, tamales. Never tried them, but I will. I'll give them a go. I rate it. My point is that it's basically the same thing. Everything Mexican is the same, just in a slightly different variation. Turkey. What the fuck is this? Um, a lahmacun. That's actually a lahmacun is actually pretty decent, I think, of a pronunciation of it. So, without reading the description of it, I will give my own description. A sort of flatbread that has got what looks like some sort of meat paste in the middle with tomato and a bit of coriander, I'm assuming. Um, Bit of lemon juice because I can see a lemon, you know, in the corner there of the dish. And it's just like rolled into a little roll with the flatbread. That's my guess. What? How close will we be? So the lahmacun or lahmacun is a thin piece of dough topped with minced meat, minced vegetables, and herbs. The dish is often served wrapped around vegetables. There you go. Not too dissimilar. I've not never had it. I don't really know if I've had anything similar, to be honest. I don't know. It looks kind of like, dare I say it, a bit like a weird kebab wrap. But obviously, it's minced meat and minced vegetables, which is like it forms basically a paste, is what I was getting at in the picture. But yeah, if you're Turkish, respect. I just don't. I don't know if it's my cup of tea initially. I do like flatbreads. United States, we won't spend too much time on this one because I think this is the most obvious one on the list. So, according to Business Insider, the traditional snack in the United States is donuts, and I don't know who didn't see that coming. It was either gonna be this or like what's the other corn dogs or something like that. These treats involve coating fried dough with a sugary glaze or filling it with fruit preserves, cream, or custard. Although popular around the world, donuts are an especially beloved snack in the US. Oh well, that was pretty much guaranteed, wasn't it? I would just say, from a UK perspective, I love donuts. I mean, it's pretty clear. Just look at me. I love donuts. The one thing I'm not a massive fan of, though, is custard in a donut. Custard in a donut makes me feel unwell. And that's not because it's made, you know, with bad hygiene standards. I genuinely feel ill when I'm eating or see people eat a custard donut because it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't look right. It doesn't feel right. Cream, bang on. Get that cream donut, you know? Get that fucking cream donut on your mate. Get that sugary glaze all over your face. Oh, why the fuck am I doing this again? Putting fucking jam in a donut. Absolute fucking win. Raspberry jam. I've even had blackcurrant jams in the fucking donut before. The classic is strawberry, though. They're a winner. But custard in a donut honestly needs to just stop. Just stop. Get some help. But yeah, they're donuts in the US. Who saw that coming? Now, the Bahamas, they've got their own snack, of course. Conch salad. Sounds rank. Looks rank. It's got the word salad in it, so automatically I'm depressed. Similar to ceviche. I don't know if I just got that right, but I feel like that sounded right and it looks right, so I'm going with it. Similar to ceviche, conch salad is arguably the quintessential Bahamian food. Bahamian? Bahamian food. Some locals believe it has aphrodisiacal powers. Now, whenever someone or a culture, a country, a restaurant, an individual says that something has aphrodisiacal powers, ignore them. I have never. There are things in food where people say, "Oh, this is great. It makes you more, vigorous in the old, you know what I mean, pump department." It's all bullshit. I'm not saying I've tried them all because it now sounds like I've in vain tried every single aphrodisiacal powered food to become better in the bedroom, and it just hasn't worked. Um, I constantly get a 2 out of 5 on Yelp. Unfortunately, I can't seem to break that barrier. But yeah, whenever someone says that a food is gives you like mystical bedroom Kama Sutra powers, it is 100% bollocks. What they're trying to say is this dish tastes a little bit shite, but to make up for the fact that it tastes shite, it gives you special powers in the bedroom. Do you know what I mean? I don't just say that without any evidence. I don't say that without any evidence. Not in this particular case, but there's a similar thought process. Okay. So when you drink something that is medicinal, or when you spray something that's meant to get rid of pests or something like that, the companies who make these sort of things will make them purposefully not taste very nice or not smell very nice in the case of the spray because it makes you feel like it's doing something. If they made it smell nice and taste nicer, you wouldn't think it was natural and you wouldn't think that it's going to do what they say it does. Now, in the case of the aphrodisiacal potential foods, they don't do anything. They don't. But when we come to like fly spray, and the reason why I say fly spray is the one I first popped into my mind. If you sprayed fly spray in your house to get rid of flies or whatever other pests it could be used for, and it smelt nice, you would be like, hmm, that smells nice. Maybe the flies won't like it. And it sounds stupid, but it's fucking true, right? The thought process is for most people, if you spray it and it smells like shit, you're like, well, if it smells like shit to me, it's really going to piss the fly off and it's going to get rid of it. That genuinely is true. That is just human behavior. So when I say that if it tastes like shit after someone's told you that it gives you something extra, if it gives you something that you want, then you'll believe it more. If this tastes really nice, you're less likely to believe it. That's my wisdom drop for the day. Do you know what I mean? I would. It just looks like a salad. A conch salad, is that like bits? I don't know what a conch is. I'm not sure. But ceviche is on the list. I did have a look at it earlier on, um, just to see if it was actually true or was actually how you said ceviche. But apparently it is. It looked right and it felt right at the same time. Poland, pierogi. These look like mini pancakes. I'm down. I'm down. Love pancakes. I'm a fucking pancake fiend. Let's go. These delicious dumpling like snacks can be sweet or savory. Filling can include meat and potatoes, cheese, or fruit. A particularly popular treat during the summer months is fresh blueberry pierogies with sweet cream. Oh, I'm down. I'm there. I fucking love blueberry pancakes. I love any blueberry compote. Ooh, get it in my fucking veins. Honestly, I love it. So these I would fucking I'd go to war for. Pancakes, however simple they may be, are amazing. And I'll have no one tell me any differently. So Poland, keep doing you. Absolutely love that. Egypt, halawa. Halawa. That's how I'm pronouncing it. Also known as halva. This snack is a sweet and dense dessert that is usually made from tahini, which is sesame paste, which I only found out the other day was made from sesame seeds. Although it can be also made with flour, it usually contains pistachios. Again, Egypt, you're fucking winning. That sounds amazing. I love sesame seeds. I love peanut butter and sesame seeds with tahini is basically what peanuts are to peanut butter, or what peanut butter is. It is, yeah. Sesame seeds into tahini is like peanut butter or peanuts into peanut butter. I fucked up again. I just give up. I give up. Anyway, this looks nice. It's like a loaf. It's got like the pistachios throughout it. Pistachios, easily one of the best nuts going, right? Now, they're up there with peanuts for me. And before anyone goes, peanuts aren't actually a nut, they're actually a legume. Fuck off. All right. They got nut in the name. It's a peanut. You don't call it a pea legume, do you? Shut the fuck up. Anyway, fucking pistachios, mate. What an absolute creation. It's, I would say, bigger evidence that there is a God, the fact that pistachios exist. There we go. I said it. United Kingdom. We've been done dirty. We have been done dirty here. So, Business Insider, consider me fucking upset. Right? Why have we picked okay, we haven't. It was not a democratic thing. Okay, this wasn't a choice of the people. It was a choice that whoever writes for Business Insider, which, based on this pick, are absolute hacks. That might have been a bit too much. Digestive biscuits have been chosen for the UK. That's disappointing. That's really depressing. If there is ever a biscuit that currently makes me the most depressed, it is a McVitie's digestive. Because it is so fucking lonely. Okay? The only way that a digestive in any way is redeemable is on a cheese board, because it goes well with some cheeses. All right? Like I said, the toilet's getting assaulted on Christmas morning after the cheese board. I don't know if my toilet's going to take it this year. I really don't. Might go on strike. It's been way, it takes a lot of punishment. You can imagine my ass is not a nice sight for that toilet. Anyway, to get that out of your minds, let's talk about digestives for a second. Um, Sweet and wheaty tasting biscuits are a favourite in the UK and pair well with a cup of tea. Straight away, fuck the tea off. All right, tea and biscuits get to fuck. Honestly, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. People dunking fucking biscuits in tea, right? Do one. All right, dunk them in milk. I'm semi there for it. Dunking them in tea or in coffee, go home. You probably already are home when you're doing it, so fuck off somewhere else. I just think that there's better biscuits out there. Bourbon, for me, is miles better than a regular digestive. A chocolate covered digestive is banging. Now we're going in the right direction. Custard cream, fuck off. Anyone who pipes up and says those fucking nice or malted fucking milk biscuits, get out. You absolute fucking wrongin'. I've had enough, right? Look at me getting passionate about United Kingdom snacks. Malted milk and nice biscuits are shit. I've fucking had enough. Malted milks should not even be made anymore. I'm sorry. I'm over 99% British. All right. If anyone's going to tell you that something should not be made in the UK anymore, it's going to be fucking me. I'm the original UK resident based on my 23andMe. All right. So fuck off. Digestive biscuits, shit choice. Let's move on to Greece. Fuck this. Kulauri. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. Anyone from Greece want to give me some fucking beef? Fuck off. Kulauri is sesame coated bread that's usually baked in the shape of a ring. It is crunchy on the outside and doughy on the inside and often contains olives or feta. Fucking hell. It started off so well. It really did. It really did. Sesame coated bread baked in the shape of a ring. Went a bit left field with that one, but I was there. Crunchy on the outside, doughy on the inside. I'm there again. Containing olives. I fucking hate olives. I hate olives to the point where I gag at the smell. I hate olives, but I do like olive oil. Make it make sense. Feta is great. I do like feta. It's not the best cheese in the world, but it's not bad. I've rolled it back slightly. I've gone from great to it's not bad. So I'll go to it's all right. Okay, I'll give you all right if we can get rid of the olives, please, Greece. I know it is basically the only thing you've got left. That might be harsh. Okay, I just know that the country's not been in a great financial state for a while, and if you lost the ability to sell olives, that might be an issue. Olive oil is great. I'm there for it. Olives, nah. I hate the smell of them. I hate the taste of them, and I hate the look of them. France, crepes, absolutely banging. They're just like really thin pancakes, so I'm there. These thin pancakes can be filled with a variety of fillings, such as fruit, cream, Nutella, or savory fillings like cheese and mushrooms. These are as good savory as they are sweet, in my opinion. The French, when it comes to eggs, they know what they're fucking doing. All right? They fucking know. They're there, they're on it, they fucking know. Every day, they are basically winning at eggs. If you can win at eggs. And I say they do. India. What the fuck is this? Vada Pav. To give you a description of this, so let's call it a white roll slash bap. If you're a fucking wrongin, cob. Cut in half. I'm assuming it's got some sort of butter in it, maybe some coriander of some description. But in the middle, imagine like a deep fried chicken ball. you get from the Chinese, right? That's what's in the middle. So I'm guessing it's probably not the same. It's not. I've just read ahead. A staple of Mumbai's culinary culture, a vada pav is a deep fried lentil potato and onion patty served in a bread roll with chutney. Doesn't sound that appealing to me, personally. I've not really tried. I don't think I've ever had lentils. They're probably all right. I don't know. Onions I've had and potatoes I definitely have had. Served in a bread roll with chutney. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. I'll have to give it a try. Never. Oh, I'll give it a try if I'm around. Do you know what I mean? Next one's from Spain, and that's called Pentexos. Pentexos. I don't know. I'm trying to get the Spanish. If I did actually have some Spanish lineage, in my line of blood, I'll be able to pronounce that no problem at all. But as you know, my family lied to me. I can't. That's why. So these are open face sandwiches and are similar to tapas, the main difference being that they are served skewered onto the bread. Almost any ingredient is fair game, from ham to shrimp. And they have got a lot of ingredients on there. I mean, one of them, and I shit you not, one of them is just a bit of, dare I say, baguette, chopped, sliced, and then they've got like a Spanish tortilla, which is like egg and potato, I think, with a slice of tomato on top. That's just staked through the top into a slice of French baguette. Sorry, Spanish baguette. Not really great, is it? But then they've got other ones there. The ones with olives, go away. Fuck off. But there are others there. There's some sort of chorizo or massive. I love chorizo. There's like a sort of dried meat one. There's one with eggs. It has got an olive on it, so that can fuck off. And the shrimp one looks good, minus the olive. I like shrimp. I like prawns. So yeah, I'm there for that. Italy. Italy are just, they just know. They're arrogant about it, but they know they're fucking good with food, right? So this one is called Suppli or Suppli. I don't know how you pronounce it. It's spelled Suppli, but it's one of those I's that's got a weird apostrophe for the top little dot. I don't know. So, especially popular in Rome, suppli are balls of rice filled with tomato and mozzarella. They are often they are dipped in egg, coated with breadcrumbs and fried. Absolute winner. I've had arancini before. I'm not saying this is the same, but arancini's similar-ish. It's like balls of rice that's fried with stuff in it. I gotta say, the Italians just know what they're doing. Mozzarella sticks. Oh, they just know. Anything just cheesy and hot. Fucking Italy know what they're doing. Just let them cook. Let them fucking cook. Netherlands. Stroop waffle. I mean, I didn't actually know that was originally from. Might not necessarily be originally from the Netherlands. It might just be what they traditionally have now. All right. Originally invented by a baker using leftover ingredients, stroop waffles are made by putting two thin layers of baked dough together with a caramel-like syrup filling in the middle. I rate that. I think I might have had them before, but I thought they're for a Belgium delicacy. I don't know. I might be wrong. I'm sorry, but they look nice. I'm not a massive fan of caramel, but little bits of it I can handle. Thailand. This is going to be awful to pronounce. Kanom Buang. Buiang. Buiang. I don't know. This sweet snack can be found all over Thailand, also known as a Thai crepe. It's a super thin dough filled with all sorts of sweet or savory ingredients. Well, I'm there for it. I'm there for it. I like crepes, so I'll probably like these, unless they start putting like crickets in it and cockroaches and shit. I'm there for it. Absolute. What the fuck is this? Right, this is from Finland. Um, Finland, you know, it, I still don't really, I can't really say it still exists, unfortunately, because if you know the conspiracy of Finland not existing, going back in the day on APMA podcast when we first started, then you know what's going on. Um, but this popular Finnish cheese, known in the US as Finnish squeaky cheese, is a fresh cheese made from cow's bee stings. Oh, milk from a cow that has recently calved. This doesn't sound great. Reindeer or goat milk are popular variations, and it is usually in with cloudberry jam. What the fuck is cloudberry? Like even on this picture, right? Even on this picture, you know what I was saying about the Scandinavian countries before, about the Danish dish, where they just add shit for no fucking reason to something that doesn't need it and has no place being on it, right? This dish, it says it's served usually with cloudberry jam. That is in a separate dish away from the cheese with a spoon. Simple enough. You get it? You understand what you're going to do, right? But even then, they've put a bit of fucking twig or leaf in this photograph because it's a Scandinavian delicacy. And of course, you have to add shit from the forest to make it look more Scandinavian. But yeah, it looks a bit like a quiche, and I like quiche, but it's just cheese, a squeaky cheese. Like picture like halloumi, but not as good. I may have offended more people there. Who cares? I mean, this one's from China. It's going to be difficult. Fuck's sake. I'll give it a go. So, Zhao Olano, Jean Olagabao. That's the one. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, that's it. That's all you're getting. Also known as soup dumplings, these steamed buns are traditionally filled with pork and broth and served in a bamboo steaming basket. I don't know if I actually ever had like I've had dumplings that have been like made traditionally in this country, but I've never had like Chinese steamed um dumplings. They look weird. They look like kind of like a cooked bollock, or you separated the nut sack, if you just, do you know what I mean, castrated it, and then you just put it in a steamer. It kind of looks like what individually they would be at the end of a good old steam. In actual fact, my nuts do look like that after a good sauna sesh. Um, so yeah, be careful. Don't spend too much time in a sauna if you're a bloke, because your nuts, you might end up with soup dumplings instead of your ball sack. Anyway, moving on. Russia. Uh, Piraziki. I might have got that wrong. Almost certainly. They look like basically a sort of paste. Basically, like, imagine a. I don't want to say. I don't want to say a pasty, but it looks similar to ish a pasty with some sort of meat and veg in the middle. So basically, a pasty. They've stolen. Sorry, it may have been stolen from us, or maybe we stole it from them. I don't know. But these popular Russian snacks are baked or fried buns stuffed with a variety of fillings such as beef, potato, or cabbage. Um, they just look like pasties. I don't think there's really anything I can say other than that. They're probably nice. Oh, I don't know if it was wise to put Ukraine and Russia next to each other. I don't know if that's saying something about the current situation. But anyway, we'll move on. Holobutsi or Holobutsi? Holobutsi. That's what I'm going for. If you split it up into three and say exactly the same, you got it. It looks like leaves with stuff in them. That's it. I don't know what else I can describe them as. It is stuffed cabbage roll dish wrapped around a variety of fillings and served in a tomato-based sauce. There's no fucking sauce in that image, right? If there is, that is minimal sauce, and I would be fuming. I want more sauce. Disgusting. Peru ceviche. So that is fresh raw fish cured in citrus juice, often with red onion and chilies. I like red onion. I like chilies. I can get on board with citrus juice. Raw fish, not so much. I mean, the only fish that I can really eat raw, and this is if I was pushed to, is salmon. I don't like tuna raw. Don't really like tuna cooked, to be honest. But on pretty much all other fish, I like. I like cod. I like haddock. I like skate. I like halibut if I'm feeling a bit spenny. I like crayfish. I like prawns. You know, I like all that shit, but cooked. I don't like raw fish on the whole. So that would be a no for me. It looks shit. I must be honest. I'm sorry if that offends people. But it does look shy. There's no getting around it. The worst part of it is that a lot of the raw fish looks exactly the same as red onion. So that's probably not going to help. Canada. Oh, okay. I can feel a bit of a debate in the comments raging with this one. So Canada has poutine, which is a very famous and classic Canadian dish. Combines fries, French cheese, curds, and gravy to make a savory snack that can double as a full meal. I never, ever, ever have understood the need, the want, the tradition, the delicacy of pouring gravy over chips or fries. Don't get it. We'll never get it. I think it degrades the original product tenfold. I never understand it. I don't get it. If you pour gravy over chips or fries, they go soggy as fucking shit. I don't know why is that appealing. Put cheese on it, fine, because cheese isn't as liquidy. It's more viscous. It won't seep through the skin of the chip or fry. But if you're wronging and you put gravy, I would say even all right, the thickest of the thick gravy might be okay. But most people's version of gravy is going to penetrate the skin and is going to make the chip soggy as shit. Why? It's like people who drown their fish and chips in vinegar need prison time. Need it. Need it. There's no redeemable quality about putting too much vinegar on your fucking chips because it does exactly the same thing. It makes the chips mushy or mushy. It's disgusting. So Canada, quite confidently, I can say this. Your national dish is a fucking disgrace. Absolute disgrace. You know, fucking ridiculous. I was about to do the Didier Drogba. It's a disgrace. A fucking disgrace. If you don't know who Didier Drogba is, you need to search up. You know, he's a footballing Hall of Famer. Oh fuck, I just sound so American. He's a footballer like who's very well highly regarded. I don't know. Do we have he's not a GOAT, but he's a Chelsea legend, put it that way. Israel. Is this the last one? This is the last one. So Israel, who they've got their own problems at the moment. But they have got a nice looking national or traditional dish. So they have something called shashuka. That shashuka is a popular dish throughout the Middle East. Ugh. The Israeli version typically involves a dish of eggs poached in a spicy tomato sauce with chili, peppers, and onions. That sounds simple, but very nice. I did think that it was about to say that it was from the Middle East and that Israel was kind of just taking it and trying to portray it as their own, but it didn't. So all's well. No, there's no conflict to be had there. There is conflict elsewhere, but we'll leave that for a different podcast. You know, some other podcast can take that discussion. All right, we won't because we won't go there because it's just not a good place to go to, is it? Literally, if you are there, you need to get the fuck out. So, those are the dishes. Those are the traditional snacks of the worlds that the Business Insider decided they should show and show off. If there were countries that were missed, don't blame me. Business Insider is where you need to go. Vent your rage, your anger, your disappointment at them. I'm already pissed off at them that they chose our national snack, our traditional snack, as a fucking digestive. I think the only thing that could have made it worse is if they chose a malted milk. And if you buy malted milks for anyone or you buy them for yourself, you need deporting. There's no other way around it. I'm sorry. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. But thank you everyone for joining me, listening to this podcast or watching it as I ramble aimlessly into this microphone and into the camera. I appreciate all your support. I really do. And I hope you're having a good day wherever and whatever you're doing. I'll catch you in the next one. Up the APMA. Bye bye for now.